Welcome back to Briggs on Books. We've been coming to you today with all kinds of creative authors who write novels and tell great stories. This next author, we're going to bring it back to reality a little bit. He does author, he does animation, he's got a great organization we're going to learn about. Welcome to our show from somewhere in Colorado. We'll find out. Ray Howell. Welcome, Ray.
Hello.
Tell our viewers where you are.
I am in Fort Collins, Colorado. So, you've done interviews with my sister Fonda there,
Yep.
personally in Fresno, and I operate out of Colorado.
Okay.
So,
Danger Aware is one of my favorite organizations for what they do, what they're trying to do, their goals, their missions. Tell us a little bit about Danger Aware.
well, we're trying to change the paradigm of abuse awareness. In our research, it's about a 50% chance that any person will grow up and become some form of an abuser. And this is worldwide. This isn't just America. And in my research, it doesn't really matter where you're born, whether you're born to money, whether you're born poor. It doesn't matter what religion you're involved with. It doesn't matter what society you're in. Abuse pretty much is a human condition. And my sister wrote a little book. You've had her on with her full story. And she was giving that book away for about 12 years.
Yeah.
And that book is called Stranger in the House, A Testimonial. And so she would put those books out in pediatrician offices and so on and so forth. And one day I was watching videos on YouTube, of course, and I watched this guy called the Irish Demon. And he, at the time, was starting to do what they call predator poaching. And they look for people who are looking to abuse children online. And they expose them.
Wow.
And excuse me.
Yeah, I've seen.
I was watching that.
I've seen some YouTubes of people who go after predators and pedophiles is the word, and they catch them red-handed and say, So anyway.
Correct. And that's what this guy was doing. And so I was watching his video and I thought, catching them after they've already started doing what they're doing, it's good to catch them.
Yeah.
But
the damage is done by then, yeah.
We need to prevent it.
Prevent it.
And so I called Fonda and I said, hey, you need to write a new book, Stranger on the Internet. We need to put out another book that is a sequel to her book, but is along the same theme. We don't expose actual abuse, but we expose the processes that lead up to it.
Right.
And so we don't want to put anything out there that parents would come to our website and go, I don't want my children seeing this.
Yeah.
And we understand that. We've got children and grandchildren, in some cases, great grandchildren. And so it's important to us that the children be educated, not about the abuses, but about the actions that lead to the abuse. So if you can call it out in the early stages, you can prevent the later stages. And that's what we're after. And we thought, there must be somebody out there doing this. So we'll just put our book online and make it a digital book, and then we'll find somebody that'll point to it so that we can help in changing the paradigm of abuse awareness. The problem is there was nobody. We looked.
No one was doing it.
There was not a single website that's geared to children to say, we're trying to show you how to protect yourself. We're trying to show you that just because somebody's being super friendly does not mean that they're actually your friend.
Right. And you got to be very subtle how you do that. Is that correct?
And very hard.
Yeah.
So, and so we reach out to everybody. We want anybody who has any suggestions on how we can do what we're doing better to come and help us, But our philosophy is we don't want to preach. We don't want to be lecturing, oh, watch out for this, watch out for that, watch out for this, because they're not going to listen,
Right.
you know. And what's the easiest way to educate anyway? By making it fun. And so we started with, oh, let's create the ebook. That's fun. And then parents and kids can use it together. And then we thought, well, let's make a coloring book. So we did a coloring book. And we had that printed up. And we gave those all away, you know. But it cost money.
A lot,
Cost
yeah,
lots
yeah,
of money
yeah.
to print up books to just give away. You know, if we were selling them, that'd be one thing. But we're not. We're trying to do this for free for kids. So if you go to our website, all of our games are free. You don't have to sign up for anything. You don't have to tell us who you are. We don't care who you are. We care that you're learning how to protect yourself. And so if you showed our games, we've got Pollen Picker is our latest one. And that one is where we've got a little bee that goes around, picks up pollen. Okay? And the point is to try to beat the time that you last played that level. So you're competing against yourself every time.
So you're subtly
now, we do have a
teaching.
top player page.
You're subtly teaching these kids kind of what to watch for in life without coming right out and saying it. It's very subtle, and they're playing games, which kids like to do.
Correct. So the subtlety of Pollen Picker is after you get to the upper levels, there's some birds that show up and chase the bee. Okay?
Oh, yeah.
So the birds are trying to, well, abuse the bee. And the bee is faster than the birds at the beginning. So they can just keep away, you know? And that's what we're trying to say. If somebody's doing something you don't like, get away from them.
Get away.
So that's a subtle thing in the game. And then at even higher levels, we have Miss Kitty show up. Now she's a kitty cat, and she's just sleeping. But if the bee goes and wakes her up, then she'll chase the bird away.
Chase the bird.
And so that's asking for help. You know you're in over your head, but you know there's somebody there. All you got to do is say, help me, and they'll help. And that's what we're trying to teach about going and asking strangers for help. Because in our philosophy, stranger danger is not enough.
Right.
Because we all know more children are abused by people they know than those they do not know.
Yeah, that's right.
There are a lot that don't know them that are abusing them, that are tricking them on the internet and things like that. But most of them are family members or teachers they know and they meet every day, or people in their church that they go home with and they're visiting their home. You know,
Now,
things like that.
I'm going to move us along a little because we're going to run out of time. You've turned some of this into animation. I put that poster up for Pollen Picker. Does this video of the bees go with that?
The video of the bees is actually for a cartoon that I'm currently working on.
Here's the video.
That's just a little excerpt from that.
This amazing animation, and you guys are doing this yourself, right? Or trying to?
Yes. And you know, I didn't know animation 4 years ago. I mean, I understood it, but I didn't use any software to actually produce anything like this. So yeah, as the bees there, can you spot the queen bee?
I need to run up there again. I can barely see the screen in front of me, but yeah, I think I see the queen bee there.
Yeah, the queen bee is flying there, and that's just an excerpt from a longer video, a longer cartoon that I'm currently working on scene 2 out of 3 scenes.
Okay.
So it'll probably be another couple of months before we get it along. But we need animators. We need people who will come and volunteer their time to do these animations for us. I will train them. I've made a lot of videos on YouTube already of my journey of learning. So if people watch my videos, they would know what I know.
Now this is a good cause. This is a good cause. What you guys are doing. This is a great cause. What you're doing. And if people want to get involved, and they say, "Wow, animator," and they have no idea how to animate, that's okay. They could come and learn.
Yes, Absolutely. We've got the computers, we've got the seats, we need the people.
I know
But we
you're
can't
doing.
afford to pay
I know
them.
you're doing this in Fresno. Are you also doing it in Colorado?
Yes.
Okay, good.
Yes. And we are registered in Colorado as an external charity and as a local business. So, yes.
Now, by the way, I'll throw in a word for you guys. You guys could help with this cause by giving money, by volunteering time. What else, Ray?
We need story writers. So, if you've got an idea that say, hey, I've got an idea for a story and we could put this amount of abuse awareness in it. We want a great story and a little bit of abuse awareness in that great story. So we don't care if your story is not about abuse awareness as long as it carries that theme somewhere in there
Yeah.
so that kids are subtly learning, oh, if this happened to me,
Yeah.
I could do this, and that's what we're after. We want to show, oh, if you were in this kind of situation, here's the best way to handle it. And that's what we're trying to teach.
I want to
So
show
we need
another.
writers.
I want to show another videos of the bug. How do you say it? Bug something?
Bug illagers.
Bug killers. Tell us what we're seeing here. Somebody's pulling a wagon or something.
Yeah, that's just the wagon trail. What it is as I've been learning how to create our animation characters, I kind of took it to an nth level degree. And I can take one puppet for animation and in about 2 minutes produce a new character out of 468 undecillion. That's 11 orders of magnitude
Wow.
above a million.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I can actually create more animated characters of ants
Uh-huh.
than actually exist on the planet.
On
And that ant there is just one of them.
Okay. Seems like this would be great for young people to get involved. People like our age, Ray, older people could get involved because there's other things. In Fresno, is there a thrift shop?
Yeah, we have a thrift shop on Fresno Street, straight across from the VA hospital. It's one street before Thompson, I believe it is.
Yep.
And so, yeah, just come on in and take a look at what we've got. A lot of people have donated some very valuable items to us to sell off
Yeah.
so that we can build funding. But we need people to come and buy those things. And if you've got something that you no longer need and you want to give it a home where it's going to help a good cause, go ahead and drop it off to us at Danger Aware and we'll sell it in our Turnabout Boutique.
Now, I have a picture of a building here, Danger Aware. Is this in Fresno?
Yeah. Yeah, that's our Fresno building. If you're driving down Fresno Street, that's what you want to be looking for.
Okay.
Is that image right there is our sign up over the building.
Yeah. And yeah, you could get involved. People could just drive over there, I think, almost every day.
Yeah, we're Monday through Friday, and the boutique is open from 9 to 4.
Okay. Right across from the
So-
VA. So they'll find it. I've talked to people
Yeah.
who have found it just with those directions. Ray, we could talk all day. This is an important organization.
Yes, we could.
You need help. It's expensive to create these animations and these videos, and they have to be good to reach people. Kids are sophisticated now, and you can only hold their attention for so long. So you're right. Instead of a picture book, you put it online. You turn it into a video game, and the moms and dads should go watch the video games as well, so they know what their kids are getting into.
Exactly. Our games are very simplistic because we don't have a lot of money.
Yeah.
And so we have to pay programmers what they will do for the amount of money we can give them.
Yeah.
So we go, okay, we want a game that does all of this, and here's how much money we've got. And they go, well, here's what we can do for you.
I'll do a little
And
bit.
so
right?
that's why our games are not fantastic games yet.
Not yet.
But as we learn, as we get more people to learn about who we are and come to help us, if you're a game builder and you want to help us build games,
Yeah.
come see us. We definitely want to talk to you. We've got a number of games in the works that we could use people to come in and say, oh, we could add this detail to make it even better.
So for the viewers, I would say they could go to dangeraware.org and find out more about anything and everything.
Yeah, yeah. The website. I'm also the author of the website. So everything. I'm a computer programmer and a locksmith.
Okay.
And so when I called my sister to tell her that we needed to write a new book, she said, "Well, what are you going to do?" And I said, "Well, I'll do the computer stuff." And that turned into computer stuff and animation stuff and video editing stuff and writing book stuff and drawing cartoon stuff.
Wow.
It just snowballed, you know. It just it's too big for just us.
Yeah,
We need help.
whoever thought that you'd be doing
need
animation,
physical
and now you're doing animation.
Yeah.
Uh,
Yeah.
Ray, we're out of time. Any last thoughts for our viewers? Anything you want to tell them about anything?
You know, I grew up in Fresno, California. I went to Roosevelt High School. Roosevelt is a, what do you call it, an art class school,
Yep.
you know, and they're all about the arts, you know, and I would love for those students that are going to Fresno or to Roosevelt and are thinking, you know, I'd like a career in writing or in making cartoons or in drawing comics or whatever, come see us. We'll help you get started
Right.
by helping us. So help us and we'll help you.
Yeah, and they're going to learn a skill too. They'll have that
Right.
skill forever. So, Ray, I'm moved. I'm inspired by what you do and what Fonda Lehman, your sister, does, and it's amazing work and important, very, very important work. So I commend you for that. And I just want to say for you and Fonda, please come back every month or so. We'll have you back on the show.
Very good. I will see you next time then.
Yeah, dangeraware.org. Go visit that site. We'll be back with more Central Valley Talk. Another author, in fact, right after this.